Biden and the Democrats are terrible, of course. But there's a Democratic congressman, Jamal Bowman, who says that the GOP victory in the fall will lead to a civil war.
It was also emboldened Republicans and the far right and white nationalists across the country to begin to believe that it is their time to not just take power in the House, but the Senate, the White House, and state houses across the country. And we got to understand that this is a group that has been radicalized by the great replacement myth and many other things, and have been pushing for violence and pushing for even civil war. So that is what's at stake right now in terms of this election.
What kind of nut job is he? Give me a break.
That's what you're wanting, is civil war, right?
Oh, yeah. How many times have we talked about it? We're pushing for violence and civil war, you bet. It's because it's what's in their hearts, and it's what they've done every step of the way. Every single step of the way. And where is the committee hearing on the 2020 riots that burned down far more businesses? Well, the January 6th didn't burn down any, but there were fires, there were business closures, there were murders, people died. Something like 1,200 cops were injured. They don't care about any of that.
There you go. There's your comparison. Over 500 BLM riots, Pat, that you could investigate.
500 plus. Then there's January 6th.
Okay.
The day democracy almost died.
Almost did, yeah.
BLM riots lasted 7 months. January 6th, a couple hours. BLM, 20 plus murders. January 6th, 0 murders.
Oh, there was a
No
murder.
one was killed. Well, except for the Trump supporter.
Ashley Babbitt. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hundreds of small businesses destroyed. No small businesses destroyed on January 6th. BLM riots, 150 plus federal buildings damaged.
Wow.
As for the January 6th riot, 1 federal building damaged. There was $1 to $2 billion in damage in the 2020 riots. They're saying $1.5 million? Yeah, that's right. Because then they tried to update it to 30 million because $1.5 million didn't sound like anything. Well, you can do $1.5 million in damage by breaking one window at the Capitol building. That's how much they overpay for things.
Right, it's a government building. It probably cost $1.5 million just to buff the floors.
There were 2,037 officers assaulted. 140 officers assaulted in January 6th, which is way too many. Shouldn't have been 1. I'm really disappointed and pissed off that people took it to that extreme. But again, even in that case, you cannot forget the left-wing instigators and their role in this.
Right. And don't forget, a couple days before January 6th, Trump said, hey, I could send the National Guard. And Nancy Pelosi said, nah,
no,
we're good. In fact, we're going to open the doors and let them in many of the entrances.
Yeah, which is exactly what happened. BLM riots encouraged by media and politicians. January 6th, encouraged by fringe political groups and agitators. BLM riots downplayed by the media. And of course, on the other side, J6 exaggerated big time by the media. I can't.
I want to be clear in how I characterize this.
Right. Okay. Do be clear.
Mostly a protest.
Mostly a protest.
It is not, generally speaking, unruly.
Fires burning in the background. Mm-hmm.